simply on the cam.
Gang, Kiki, low key, if you will.
Saying? Code name ENT. That's what I call her. It's my nigga been my nigga since middle school.
Middle school. Yeah. How many years is that now?
I don't know. I ain't took a math class in a long time.
You should have took.
It's been a long time though. How old was you in middle school? I never been good with that kind of shit. So yeah, this the realest shit you ever seen. Yeah, we been chilling, but I just wanted to get on here and talk about some common, not misconceptions, but themes that I feel like people think are consistent throughout the gay community, specifically gay bitches. Shout out to all the LGBTQIA plus elemental P people, you know what I'm saying?
All that.
Shout out all that. I mean, and I am a big learner of all of that shit still. So, you know, feel free to educate me if y'all have any advice or if I say anything that may be politically incorrect, all that jazz. Anyways, but yeah, I guess we can, well, how old was you when you came out? Or like, I don't know, was it a come out or like what?
It wasn't even a come out. It was like I fell out the closet. When I first started feeling like I had like a feeling for women and shit like that, I think I realized it when Nicki Minaj came out. I ain't gonna lie.
That was your crush?
That was my crush. That's when I realized, and I think I knew women was beautiful before that and shit like that, but I just thought like maybe it was like, I just think they pretty, like they pretty women, you feel me? But then Nicki came on the scene, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like I could probably do some things with her, like, you feel me? So I didn't even realize it. The dude I was with at the time pinpointed it. Like, we sit on the couch, we watching, I think, some type of Nicki videos. It could have been super bass. It could have been, I don't know. We watching it and like, he looking, I'm looking, but I'm just like, ooh, like she fine for being here. Okay, she did her thing. I guess I started saying too much. So then he sat back and he was like, you got me more than me. The fuck? Like,
was he genuinely jealous? Or he was just being funny?
I think he was genuinely a jealous person. And I think he was trying to be funny at the time, but I think deep down in his mind, he thought that.
Or knew that.
Together, yeah. Every time I'm with a dude, it's like we best friends. You feel me? And that's hella confusing because that's how shit's supposed to start off anyway. Everybody be trying to be quick to fuck, but really y'all supposed to start off as partners. You feel me? That built the best bond. So before I start trying to fuck with dudes, just to basically fit in. Honestly.
Right. That's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, because all the girls that was around me was hella just talking about hella niggas, this and that. You feel me?
Losing virginity. Mind you, E.T. always had some fine niggas. Let's be very clear. They was all like handsome. Like, you know, they was all like...
If y'all see this, y'all was handsome though.
They was cute. Y'all that. And,
like,
and I know you niggas too.
And I respect y'all. You feel me?
Yeah, they was cute. But go ahead.
Yeah. Much love to all my exes. Y'all all dope as fuck. You feel me? But yeah, so I just wanted to, you feel me, be involved in the conversation. And then me being competitive, like, if I'm gonna do something, I want to be the best at it or have the top. You feel me? So if I was gonna start being fucking around with niggas, I want the top nigga. I want the nigga everybody want. You feel me? I want the finest. You feel me? That's how it started. So it was more like, you know, just to be involved in the conversation, you know, so, and then I started dating and shit like that. And like I say, it always just got back to like, we just was like best friends. And when it got intimate, I really couldn't see myself really going there for real. And I'm not gonna lie, I tried to with a dude before. It didn't, nothing happened. Like nothing went in, nothing like that happened.
Never
like,
fully, you never fully had sex with a man.
Never. Nope. I got head from a man. I got fingered from a man, like, you feel me, to be transparent with everybody. Sorry, y'all, but yeah, but I never got penetrated like that for real. Not like that, none at all. Let's be clear. Right. And ain't nothing wrong with it, to be clear too. That's another thing gay people, like, people assume that all like women that are gay just try to make everybody else feel disgusting, and that's not the case. Or
don't like penetration.
Yeah,
but it varies.
Yeah, it definitely varies. You feel me? So, but yeah, don't like penetration like that. And then it's like when I start being intimate with a woman. So let's draw it back. So the first time I fell out, this girl had stayed over my house, and she had already been saying like little shit or whatever, like that she wanted to, you know, do and shit like that. And of course, this is me being new to the situation. Like, it just, I don't know, it made me feel uncomfortable at first, you feel me? The time I went over her house just to kick it as friends, and I didn't want it to be awkward, like, you feel me? I knew she was already gay. I didn't want to not come over and take the invitation that she gave me to come over her house. Because she was gay. I didn't want to not take it, because then I didn't want to be like, damn, she probably don't think I want to come over there.
I know you the whole time doing math with this shit.
I'm like, damn, I don't want to say no, because then she gonna think it's because she gay or whatever. And I'm like, and I'm not like that. So I went over there, you feel me?
But was something in you though was curious though?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Something in it was curious for sure. Yeah, definitely. Anyways, she basically took my hand and stuck it in her shit. Like, so you feel me? That was kind of like the first adult experience. Like then after that or whatever, she ended up giving me head. I didn't do shit. But after she gave me head, I'm not gonna lie. After I left her house, I called my one partner crying. Like,
for real?
Yeah, I was crying. I was like, bruh, I'm gay, whoop-de-whoop-whoop, what the fuck, like just going through it, like, what the fuck does this mean, or all this type of shit, but
that's crazy.
It was wild, because I had already been feeling like, certain feelings towards women, but it just, and I knew I wasn't really all the way there for men, but I don't know, I guess the experience, it threw me off, like, you feel me, and my partner,
young though, you're still figuring out everything, like, it's so confusing, like, high school is so confusing.
And at some point, it felt like, I was just doing it to do it because everybody else was trying to make it seem like that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, what the fuck? At that point, I'm giving myself up just because that's what the next motherfucker say I'm supposed to be doing. And that ain't cool. Like, so I'm not with all that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I never put myself in a box. Like, I never say, oh, I just don't fuck with niggas, like, or men, excuse me. But, I mean, to be fair, I don't. But I don't like people putting themselves in a box because you never know. Like, maybe tomorrow I might hit my head and wake up and be like, damn, I like dudes. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's not, I feel like that's what stresses people out. You feel me? They feel like once they fuck with girls or once they fuck with the same sex, like, that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's real. I don't think that's true. You feel me? I think that sexuality is fluid. Like, you can fuck with a man and you can fuck with a woman. You shouldn't do it at the same time, but you can fuck with both, and that's... It's just kind of nasty, you feel me? But
his own, okay?
But yeah, like, I feel like it's fluid, you feel me? So, I would never put myself in a box, but I definitely, I get more from a woman than I could ever see myself getting from a man. But yeah, how I fell out though, this girl, she spent that over my house after I got through all my whole little thing. I'm not gonna lie, this girl, she used to bribe me with head all the time. We go to the
crazy,
movies,
apparently.
And I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to fuck with it. She about to give you head in the bathroom. Like, I'm like, damn, all right, fuck it. Like, it'll be little shit like that. Like, or I'll pay your phone, but I'll do shit. So I start fucking with it a little bit. Like, so she came over to the house or whatever, and she ended up giving me head in my room. I live in a house with my mama, my sister, my brother, my uncle, my grandma. All of them was in the house, bro. She was giving me head. It was late at night, and I don't have no locks on my door. So my mom...
And if y'all know her mama, like, if you think of a black mama who don't give a fuck, that's E.T. mama. Like, she don't give a fuck.
She
raw and uncut. Like, she's that mom.
She caught us catting off, like, smoking, all type of shit.
All right. We can talk about other shit, because she didn't catch us. Your Uncle Chubbs caught us.
And
then she came and ran through my whole bag looking for it.
See, I'm smoking? She's like, give me your bag. Let me see.
E.T. literally caught it. She called it like, bruh, give me the weed, give me all the lighters and da-da-da-da. I'm about to put it in some shoebox up here because she gonna come go through your stuff. I was like, you think so? She gonna go through everything? She undid my sock.
Anyway, so...
She caught you?
Bruh. See, my nigga ain't even heard this story.
No, literally, I'm in my head like, I ain't know none of this. Like, and we've been locked in for a long time, but E.T.'s a private person. Like, I'm not a prying person. So, if we talking and it come out. But if not, like, I'm not. I mean, plus I have my own shit going on. So,
yeah. Oh, this nigga always got some shit going on.
All right,
like,
we can talk about my story.
Switch.
Like, mine is actually really similar. It's funny, so.
Okay. So let me speed it up. So then, I had no lock on my door or whatever. I had a little computer chair, right? And I had a fan. So I acted like we was trying to use the computer chair to prop up the fan. And I put it in front of the door so that she couldn't come in. And then she'd, feel like that maybe we wasn't trying to lock it. We was just trying to, like, use the fan or whatever. I was trying to, didn't
like, use the fan. Use the fan for what?
Nigga, like...
I bet.
So then...
Right. So she doing her thing, right?
And then all of a sudden, I hear the door wiggle.
She like, what the fuck?
I hear, what the fuck? I'm like, So then she get up, mind you, titties out. So she get up and she like trying to do this, right? And so she turn around just in time for my mom to bust in. And she like,
what the fuck going on up in here? What the fuck? Why y'all got the doors like this shit? Lights on? Why she all with her?
Bruh, I couldn't say nothing. I was just sitting there like, and I just was shaking my head. Like, I couldn't say shit at the moment, bruh. And,
I'm scared listening to this story.
I was like, Mom, like, and then she kind of like, closed the door and like walked out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like all too much for her at the moment. And
sure.
so then.
Cause how old was you?
In the junior, beginning of senior, one of them. I don't know. Maybe it was senior. Whatever. It was the later years of high school. And then so then my mom came back and opened the door and was like, come here, like, let me talk to you. And so she pulled me out the room. So what was y'all doing, Kiki? Like you like girls? Like, is that what y'all was in there doing? Was y'all kissing? Was y'all whoop-de-whoop? Immediately I took the kissing. I was like, yep. Like,
literally.
Yes. Yes.
No.
To this day, my mom think we was just kissing, bro. So hopefully she don't see that shit.
So she didn't turn on the lights though, or what?
She couldn't. I unplugged the lamp.
Oh, that's clutch.
Yeah.
That's clutch.
I'm telling you, bro. So I unplugged that shit so she couldn't hit the light switch. You feel me? And then, so then I'm like, Mom, like I could see the like distraught on her face. You feel me? And it hurt my feelings because I'm just like, damn, like this how you feel because I did something with a girl, like, you know, so then it just all threw me off. So then I'm like, I just told my mom, I'm like, Mom, like, can you just keep this between us for now? Like, you feel me? Because, like, this is something new for me, too. Like, you know, I don't know yet. Like, I don't know. Like, and she was just like, and she had tears in her eyes, bro. Like, I could tell she'd been crying. And it just really threw me. And then she was like, yeah, okay. Like, all right, it's all right. We keep it between us or whatever. And then that's how I fell out.
And there it is.
Yep.
Got pushed out that motherfucker.
And to the public, honestly, how I came out to the public, this one girl, I was fucking with a lot of different girls at the time. But this one girl, I guess she was just, maybe she felt like it was competition or something like that. But she took the liberty of taking my phone and making a flipogram of us and posting it on my Instagram. And you feel me, that's how I guess all the public knew that, you feel me, I was fucking with girls because she posted that. That goon girl.
Which one? Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These bitches is history.
Man.
History.
I'm telling you, bro. So she did that or whatever, and that's how everybody knew, okay, so now she really fucking with it.
Yeah.
And that's my fallout story, man.
All right. Let me tell mine. I fell out as well, like almost the same timeline and everything, like junior year, all of this shit. I think that I had a boyfriend in high school or whatever, and we had a good relationship. It was really, you know, and we still friends. Like, he's a great guy, he's a great dad. It just felt like I was like maturing in a way and like wanting more out of life, even at that young age. And it just felt like we was doing the same shit, like we like all kind of illegal ass shit, just smoking and drinking all the time. Like, I don't want to incriminate myself, but we was doing a lot of crazy stuff, like, right? It just kind of was the same song, and it just got hella tiring. Like, you know, like, I did love him or whatever, but then it was just like, ugh, like, I don't know, this is not giving me what I need. It just started to become irritating, like a burden. So I broke up with him. He was heartbroken and distraught. I just knew, like, I didn't want that no more. And it wasn't necessarily that I liked girls. It was just that I was done with the relationship. I was always, like, a tomboy, right? So I just had that energy, you feel me? So it was just a couple females who picked up on that, like, and would like flirt and do little shit. And like, I kissed a girl up in photography class, like in the black room or whatever, like doing shit like that.
Everything went down in that dark
everything
room.
Went back. If you went to, come on, like, yeah. So it used to go down in there. But I mean, I didn't do too much of nothing like that. But you know, like that was like one of my first interactions. And then I started like fooling around with this one girl who like was like one of my really good friends, and it was really new to me too. But I was still like messing with guys too, like.
I was just living my life.
So I wasn't like, ooh, this one is better than the other at that point. I think it just kind of became that way. But also, I wasn't like, even when I was dating and messing with this girl, we would still date guys and go do what we needed to do, what we wanted to do, but we would still like mess with each other too. So it was like,
how was that though? That's like
cool.
That seemed.
It was great, actually.
I guess maybe because I guess as a person, I guess I'm more possessive.
And we wasn't in a relationship either. And I'm like, I can be possessive, but
okay, y'all wasn't.
We wasn't. We were just fooling around. So it was like, it was like, yeah, I'm going to go see him, and you want to go see him, like type vibes, you know, because we was friends. So you know, and I'm just like,
they was lit. They like, okay. Then we'll come back and convene.
Yeah, it was cool, and like we was just having fun. Like we didn't really restrict ourselves, and then I felt like honestly, like she got a little more possessive than myself. And which was crazy to me because I felt more gay. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, I felt more gay and into women, and I felt like she was just into me. But it's just like, you so into me that you kind of want to, like, keep me all to yourself. Yeah. And I've had that experience a lot, actually, dating women, which is like, I'm always trying to kind of be free and do what I want to do with who I want to do it with, but the women is always like,
I was like, damn, this same.
You know, this can potentially be something, so let me try to, like, pursue it. Yeah. My house used to be the party house, right? So it was like, I always had people spend the night. It was like not a big deal. So
this how much her house was the party house. My mama wouldn't let me spend the night over there, blood.
And like, even when she was about to, we got us caught drinking.
Bruh.
Niggas was in the back with
bottles.
bottles.
If you ever watched this, bruh, you were the cause of that night.
She fucked us that night.
Love you to death, though. Love you to death. I kind of was the catalyst, though, because I shouldn't have caught her up there for some socks.
You gotta be so comfortable. Well, I want some socks. And a face cloth.
And a face cloth. I'm real different like that. I'm real finicky. But you feel me? What I'm about to say, but imagine this, y'all. If y'all had a drink that y'all trying to hide from somebody's parent, and it's a microwave, and right by the microwave, it's the sink. Would you put the drink behind the microwave? Or throw it in the sink? I'm gonna let Ani answer that for y'all.
Anyways, Ani got us busted. Like, not technically busted because... Whatever, we can get into that story in a second. Let me run through this. Let me run through this. My house was the party house. It was always people spending the night. My partners, whoever, like, living with us damn near, like, all that. So, she had been spending the night or whatever. And shit, I did have a lock on my door. And then... I just feel like they picked up on it. Either my uncle or my mama picked up on it or whatever. And came beating my door down. And I was like, oh. So I had on hoop shorts and a tank top. And I threw my shit on. I was cool. And I bounced up to unlock the door. But she had rolled over on the side of my bed. And she had ripped ass jeans. So she trying to put her jeans on and her leg went through like a big ass hole. So they like barely on. And then she just still kind of trying to get them. But I didn't want to wait hell long.
Disheveled.
My stupid ass. So I'm just like, what? So she opened the door. I mean, I unlocked the door and she just barged in like, what
y'all doing? What's going on in here?
And I was like, nothing. And then she like went on the side of the bed and she seen that her pants was like kind of off trying to get them on. And she was like,
oh, so you like, girl.
She was like,
Greg said it.
And I was like, fuck Greg. Fuck Greg. But anyways, so I'm just like, oh man. But I mean, if you know my mama, she can't hold hot water. Okay, so the girl went home the next day. She called my sister, my brother, everybody damn near, and it was like,
Money got caught doing this,
But I was on punishment for like being like, you know, just doing inappropriate things in the house like a kid should be.
My mama probably did the same thing.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
Didn't know.
She probably went in the room and dialed
right
there.
Bro, I was like, but my mama ain't got no shame in her game. She gonna like, well, I'm walking through the hallway, probably hearing her.
Yeah, and you know Money got caught.
So like that, you feel me? So she tell everybody,
Mama G,
and then, so everybody like, you going through a phase type vibes, and I was just like, I'm not going through a phase. Like I do like women or whatever. And then, but you know, luckily I was blessed to have a great family. I mean, I got some like not straightforward kind of backlash of like, you know, where it's like they making me feel weird and uncomfortable, but you could tell the energy was a little off, you know, and or they was like disappointed or like let down in some way. Like, so it was like that for me. And then shit, I mean, it was like whatever, but shit, like, the way I grew up was like, it was like the Wild Wild West, like all the time. So it was like, you know, I was already like smoking and shit in the house at like 14 and 15 and shit like that. So I'm gay, like, okay, you know, I'm not pregnant, you know, I'm not bringing, like, it's like, I mean, none is like, neither are like, one is not greater than the other, but I guess it would have been a little, you know, I think it honestly would have still been accepted. It would have still been like, okay, she pregnant, like now we got to figure it out. You gonna keep the baby, like whatever type of shit.
But it would have been.
That's just how my family is. Like you just roll with the punches because there's so many punches type of vibes.
It would have just been another responsibility.
You know, exactly. Yeah. I mean, shit. Then we start fucking with. She came over. It was nothing. Like, you know, what my mama gonna say? Like, you know, I was already like 17, so it's like I'm about to be not grown, but at that age where it's like I have the freedom to essentially do what I want, be where I want, and all of those things. And but like I said, I was still dating men. Like I was still going on dates with guys and shit, still having sex with guys, girls, all that. Like, you know, I was living my life.
So then how did you figure out that you really fuck with girls more? Because you was fucking with guys and fucking with girls.
Yeah.
So like for me, it was easy because like I don't know. I could, I could fuck with a guy up until that point, till it got to an intimacy part, because it's like, then I don't know. I wasn't feeling it like that. But because obviously whatever you fucked with both. So when did you feel like I'm fucking with women a little more?
Honestly,
or have you?
Yes. Like, I think I have a deeper connection with women. I think men are easy and they bore me in a little way. I think, like, no shade, like, I love men. Like, I like to sit in boys' clubs and talk shit and stuff like that. I still find men attractive, like, all of that. But it's like dating one, I don't know. It just, like, dating a woman always just fed my soul a little more. Like, they was just always, like, more loving, more emotional. And I'm an in-depth person. I also feel like I'm fairly intelligent, right? And I had never encountered a man that had like intelligence and sex appeal and like charisma, all of the things that I feel like a woman may need. Somebody may need for me to like show genuine interest. But also I will say, like, to my point earlier, like the women that I did get involved with and date, they were always so like, I want you to be mine, I want you to be mine. And I think that I like that. Like, I like the feeling of wanting to be possessed or wanted. So, like,
that makes sense.
It just they always came on stronger. And it's like, when men came on stronger to me, it was a little creepy. I had mild interactions with men where I felt comfortable. I'm dead ass, but I had mild interactions where I felt comfortable to be like really free with a guy, of him coming on to me. But like with women, it felt, and I'm a dominant type of bitch. Like I said, I always had a certain type of energy too, and I felt like guys want girly ass girls, and I'm like I'm a girl and shit, but I went through my stud phase. I had my dreads and all that shit. Anybody who watching probably know, right? So I pop some pictures up if I can somewhere so y'all can see. But it's like, and then I felt more comfortable dressing like that. It was like, I like this swag. Like, I like, sagging just a little bit. I like wearing boxers. Like, I like wearing hats and shit like that. Like, like I was into it. Like, I was just going through my, my journey of like really finding out what feel good to me, how I'm comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like how I'm aggressive and cause I'm kind of a shy girl. Like, I don't really approach women hella much, but it's just like, once I feel like it's green, like, it's just easier for me to flirt and talk to a woman and persuade a woman. And I'm like, I got a mouthpiece with them. And I've never had that with a guy. It's like, it was in a way like where we was homies, but I could still like fuck a guy and it would be like, all right, that's cool. It's cool. Or it was like, that nigga was bad. It was terrible, because I've had some interactions, right? So, I done went through all of that. And shit, it would just be like, a hit or miss with the guys. Like, the sex was cool. I don't mind this, whatever. But sex with women was like, mind-blowing, okay? And it's not to say I haven't had, like, good intercourse with men or anything like that. But compared to women, and maybe it's, like, the emotional depth of gay women, lesbians, whatever you want to call it, like, maybe it's that, like, it's a mind fuck, right? So, like, as we get older, anybody who watching this and is of a certain age, like, you gonna know when you into somebody mentally, sex is 10 times better.
And that's man or woman. Like, let's be clear. Like, when you fuck with somebody, like, mentally, spiritually, whatever, like, on a deeper level other than the intercourse, like, the sex is gonna be way better. Like,
it's better.
So, yeah.
And I think I realized that early on, and then that's what kind of just fed me. Don't get me wrong, like, I done had bad women. Okay? You feel me? I done had some floozies, doozies, dog bitches, and all of these things we can go through later, but that's pretty. And then, like, to the public, I think I just started being out. Like, it took me a minute. Like, I started going to Pride, and then that was where I was like holding hands and kissing a little more free and stuff like that. Like, I just had to get more comfortable with it. Like, being out in public and kissing and stuff like that. Because everybody essentially knew, in a way. And then I was almost like damn near out of high school too. But like I said, I was still dating guys too. So a whole different ballpark of competition. But they were still up for the challenge and they would still fuck with it. And I would still play into it. But I just ended up going down the road of women and enjoying that more. Like the differences of it. Like, just all of the things almost. But yeah, and like I said, I'm a dominant woman. I can be submissive. I don't mind, but I got big dick energy. You feel me? And it's hard as a man to have a woman with big dick energy. Some men, obviously not all, but I've never met one where it was like they can tame that and then I'm like submissive to them. And then growing up, high school, like I said, I had a boyfriend and all that shit, but it was like, it's high school. It's like I'm a young ass impressionable ass kid. Like, you know, I was into him. I loved him and all of the things, but once it got old, once my feelings was out of it was out of it. And then I just found what my feelings was into, really. But, you know, and I was pretty submissive to him. You know, I cook. I mean, I cook for my bitch. But when I was with guys, like, I would cook. I would clean. I would do all of the things. Like, I would play my role, but it wasn't a problem. I didn't even feel weird doing that or nothing like that. It was just like the connection would just, once it snapped apart, that was it. Yeah. You feel me? That was it for me. But, yeah, I mean, that was my coming out story. That was ENT coming out story.
That's definitely my fallout story.
It's more to come out, okay? It's more stories to come.
Too much. It's too much to cover in one day, one session, one episode.
And I know we started with the common misconceptions of gays, but to kind of jump back to that, like, my point is, like, everybody's journey is different. Like, it's not that women who are gay, especially more dominant women, don't like penetration. It's not that they never dated a guy. It's not that they never even had sex with a guy. It's not none of those things. Like, most of the time, don't get me wrong, like, we all have our trauma, so you can't relate it to, like, traumatic experiences, whatever may pop up first for you when you think about something like that. You can't always relate it back to that because it could just be emotional. It could just be the way that you care for. It could be the connection that can be maintained rather than one that can happen, and then it's like, it just don't serve you anymore. So it could be a number of things, right? So I figured out what it was for me. My nigga figured out what it was for her, and that's just what it was. So don't just be judging the book by its cover. Don't be thinking like this bitch start getting, you feel me, when I got hella gay, like, oh, your ex turned you gay. It's like, no, bitch.
Bro, we got so much shit to talk about.
You know, back, you know what time fuck going on, you know what I'm saying? Parker.
P.
Yeah.
P Money.
Melvin, yeah.
Hello.
All right, Melvin, don't be trying to bite me and shit.